Hello, everybody. For some reason that sounded like Sesame Street. Is that Oscar? No, that's Grover. Hello, everybody. Is that Grover? I don't know. I haven't watched Sesame Street in a very long time. Thank goodness. So, anyway, I'm going to do another flip and drag. I've been having fun doing them. I've done one on a canvas panel that was a little bit warped, so that was kind of interesting. And I did one on a tile. So that was flat and that was a little bit easier, but I didn't have the pressure quite right. I lifted up a couple times when I shouldn't have, so I'm going to practice again because there is a little getting used to the pressure of the cup when you slide it along that I have found, and I haven't quite gotten used to it. So my background instead of white is going to be black. That's good. I am aware that there is a possibility that I could end up with an all black canvas or an almost all black canvas, but I'm willing to give it a shot. So I have a Liquitex Basics light blue violet, one of my very favorite colors. I have a Basics primary red, and then I mixed up some Americana bluegrass green, and then instead of white I wanted a light color, but I wanted it kind of to reflect the black, make it more like a lighter, like the black was lighter. I don't know, does that make sense? Makes sense in my head, I just can't get the words out of my mouth the way I'm thinking it in my head. Gunmetal gray that I mixed with some white. I thought maybe it would look a little bit more metallic, but I think because I used the house paint white, it really flattened out. So we'll have to see when it dries, and maybe with some varnish if that metallic comes out or not. Okay, I'm going to make my flip cup real quick. These are paint, water, Floetrol, and a few drops of silicone. So I just have to decide how I want to order my colors. I think I'll do a couple layers of the blue and the green, and then maybe have the red and the gray in there too. And I do not have a lot of these colors. Maybe I have too little. I don't know. See, this flip and drag is so new to me. Actually, I'm gonna have that gray in there a couple times. I'm just not sure, and I'm thinking I want to separate the, that's a little bit runnier, the red and the gray. A little late now though, because I'm not sure how I can do that. I don't really want pink in this at all, so we'll see what we get. Just like everything else pouring. Oop, looks like an apple. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. A pour a day keeps the doctor away, I say. Well, that one's just sinking to the bottom anyway, isn't it? A little bit on top. Oh, and now we have a heart in our apple. Well, now it's not so much of a heart. Now we have a butterfly in our apple. I don't know. Okay, gray. Now I did my blue. Did I do my green and then my gray? I don't know. A wing and a prayer tonight. I don't know. Maybe I needed more paint. I had too much the first time. The second time, I think I had just enough. At least that's what I thought. I did do my gray because I wanted to separate my red from my gray. But anyway, the second time I thought I had just enough of the flip cut paint. The first time I had way too much. But it was just a tiny little canvas panel. It was really hard to mix a teeny tiny amount for a canvas panel. So for this larger canvas, I don't know, maybe I wanted a little bit more. We will see. It'll just be very, very subtle. And if I end up with all black or mostly black, that's okay too, because I can pour over an all black canvas, can't I? Yes, I can. Okay, so let's do our flip. Okay. this side. Ooh, okay. Flip cups. Flip cups, flip cups. They make me nervous every single time. Okay. No silicone in the black. Other than that, same thing. Paint, water, Floetrol. And I hope I have enough. If not, that flip cup is really holding its seal, so I have time to mix a little bit more. Let's spread it out though, before we decide any of that needs to be done. This is exciting painting here, guys. Okay, I'm going to tell you something about myself real quick. I am horrible at editing software. I've been using the YouTube editor, trying to play with some different software editing, because this is where somebody who's brilliant could fast forward a little bit. Don't want to lose a lot of that black off the edge in case I need it yet. Fast forward, put a little music in there, make it go quick. I do not know how to do that. I just don't. I've been trying to learn this new editing software and it's just giving me a headache. It's not my thing. I don't like doing it. Trying to figure it out has not been a fun endeavor for me. But I'm trying. So maybe in the future I'll get fancy Nancy and be able to do things like fast forward through this boring bit. But as of right now, you're just going to either have to fast forward yourself or watch me spread black paint over my canvas and blather on. The choice is yours. Kind of thick down here, so I think I can bring some down here, and I think I have enough to do my edges. I did how much is there? It was about 8 ounces, 8 or 9 ounces of the black, in case anybody's interested, for this size of canvas. I used the art resin calculator and just kind of figured around that, since I'm not, total I usually go more than what they say, but for this part, since I knew I was just going to be spreading a pretty even layer over the whole thing, I figured their calculator was pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go in with my hands, guys, just because it's quicker and easier. And I think I have a little bit more of my cup that I can go in when I'm done with the flip cup if I need to cover any areas a little bit better. I did not tie my hair back. Now that I have my hands covered in paint, I'm realizing that I have not tied my hair back. That's okay. Hopefully I will not get it in the paint. Okay. There we go. I think we're good. Yep. We can touch up any little spots that gets moved around with the flip cup. And actually, now that I'm looking at that, I think we've got a good amount of paint. I just have to decide, I guess, the pattern, how I'm going to move the cup around the canvas. I told you, there's a little bit of an art to this pressure-wise that I have not. It's really, I've never had one that had that much suction on it. That one really has a lot of suction on it, so lifting it a little bit, it just kind of popped up there. Okay, That is pretty though, isn't it? If I do say so myself. You know, I kind of laugh because the paint does so much of the work in these pours that sometimes when I say something, I think something's really neat, or I say, oh, that's really pretty when I did it, it doesn't feel like I'm, you know, like bragging about myself or saying, oh, look what I did, it's so pretty, because it's almost like, look what the paint did. Not what I did. Look what the paint did, it's so pretty. Sometimes I feel like I'm just the vessel for the paint to use to do what it wants to do. To look pretty. So I think I'm going to try and get it closer, and then I'm going to tip it the other way a little bit, and we'll try and kind of have this part of the canvas covered, and I'll leave a lot of negative space on the other half of the canvas. Getting a galaxy look where the black is meeting the colors. Something I've always thought about in the back of my mind, but doing is a galaxy pour, but do not feel like I've mastered the skills to do, to get that mystical, but look, there it is. In one spot, I have a little galaxy spot. Okay. Doop doo doop doo doo. Tilting, tilting. I may swipe. I love this. And I love this. The rest is a little bit harsh for me. Oh, look, I have color on my fingers. Okay. So do I swipe? Yeah, it got kind of wavy. So I think I'm going to... Oh my, I'm a mess. I think I'm gonna swipe. Yes, no, maybe so. Oh, I think I got it in my hair. Okay. I don't want to lose that. I love that. If I could just take that bit, and I love this bit. Anything smaller? Sorry, I have a song stuck in my head. Here we go. Rip this off a little bit. This is some scrapbook paper that I have, that I've cut some pieces out of, so the end is just not kind of something I'm going to use. Yeah, that's not going to work. It's bent a little bit. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me get my act together here. I was not planning on swiping at all. And I'm not exactly positive that that's what I want to do, so I'm kind of hesitant here. So I apologize for my indecisiveness. Maybe I'll swipe with a paintbrush. What do you guys think? I think I'm going to try swiping with a paintbrush. Oh, too much. That did too much. Too much. The paintbrush is pretty, but that definitely... I barely put any pressure, but it did too much. Oh, what to do? Maybe I'll swipe a little bit this way and get a popsicle stick. Because I definitely want to bring some of this black in, but not, I don't want to lose all those colors. There we go. Oh my goodness, I wish you could see this popsicle stick that was completely black. Now it has drips of the colors on it. It is so, so pretty. Okay, so do we keep going this way? I think so. Let me wipe this off. Sorry, I get very distracted when I paint, when I see something I like. I hope I'm not the only one. I'd like to say it's the only time in my life that I'm a little bit scatterbrained, but that would be a lie. I am not scatterbrained. I have a non-linear brain. That's what I've always said. I think non-linearly. I don't think in straight lines. I think in random waves. Ooh, like that. Now that was pretty. Try not to get too chaotic here, and I don't want to lose that. I'm going to be very, very sad if I lose it or I need to do something to... Pretty, 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 pretty. Okay. Now... I think I do need to go that way a little bit or swipe that way a little bit. This is really neat, but I think I need to bring the color into the black a little bit because I've got this almost straight line and it's almost in the middle and I'm not loving that. So which way do I go? I'm gonna stand up for a second here, guys. Let's see. Well, that glare is terrible. Oh, it's still there. Okay. There, I'll shadow the glare. Ooh, that is really pretty, isn't it? Okay, so, standing up higher, I like it better. The line's not bothering me so much. I think I'm going to tilt up a little bit and then see maybe, if I do want to swipe a little bit more that way or not. And I want to get rid of this one. I don't like the circle there, but I don't want to lose the haze. But I don't want to, I'm not going to sacrifice the rest of the painting to keep one spot that I like. Okay, I think just about enough because I don't want to lose a lot of the negative space. Okay, stand up one more time, see what we've got. Now that I'm really, really happy with. Okay, I think I am done. I'm going to spread this black out. I don't know if you can see, but it's really thick right here, and it's, I'm afraid it'll move overnight if I don't. So I think what I will do, just for fun, I'm going to use the same stick I used to swipe. I'm going to wipe it off, but if there's a little tiny bit of color, I'm not going to say boo-hoo. Yeah, see, just tiny, tiny bit. Barely even noticeable. And I think it's all gone, so I'm not going to worry about it. There we go. I'm just going to spread it out just a little bit. I don't mind if it stays there and is a little bit textured. That doesn't bother me at all, but I didn't want one spot that was really, really thick and take the chance of it moving. Okay, so I want to get rid of this little blob, and actually because I didn't swipe this whole area, I'm going to get something very, very small and swipe through that haze. I just don't want to lose it all because I just don't like those blobs. So let's get this is the fun part for me. Now I'm just going to play for a bit. Not very long, because I don't want to, you know, end up with something horrific. I'm just going to play with this area till I have something I really like. And then I have bare canvas right there, so I need to cover that. Almost looks like Mystic Mountains or something. I don't know. Maybe, not quite Northern Lights, but it almost looks like fantasy mountains, at least to me. So I don't like these. So I'm going to get rid of this blob, and then I'm going to fix these tiny little lines, and then I'm going to call it good. I think. I watched somebody else. I was watching some videos, and I can't remember who it was, and it was hilarious because they did what I do so often. They're like, okay, I'm just going to do this one last thing, and then I'm going to be done. And it was hilarious because they did about 10 last things before they were done. And that's more often than not the way I do it. Like, oh, just one more thing just to fix that spot. And then I see something else. And just one more thing. One more thing. So I'm not the only one, I guess. Okay. Ooh, look at that red popping. Okay, I'm going to cover up some of that red. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay. I did lose some of that. Whoa! I just put my finger in it. Did lose some of that haze, didn't I? But that's okay. I'm going to tilt this way, I think, real fast, just to smooth the edges of what I just did. I'll stand up and see if there's anything else that needs touched up. But thinking about doing just that spot, but I kind of like it. It looks a little bit different than the rest of it, but I think I'm okay with that. I'm not happy about all these round, I know they're cells, I know I put silicone in it, but the way this composition is, I just don't like them. So take a skewer. Some of them are okay. It's these big ones that just look like out of place. I'm just gonna, you know, kind of I skewer through it so that they're not quite circles. Those are okay. I don't mind those. Just do it right in here. There we go. Okay. A little bit with this red, just to kind of. Just a little bit more. Okay. And one quick. Right there. Okay. I think that's good. Just stand up again and see if there's anything. I don't mind those little spots either. They almost look like, I don't know, almost stars, but not quite. Okay. Okay, I am good with that. So I'm going to stop. I I really was having fun. I'd like to play more and paint, but I am going to do the smart thing and stop. And I'm going to show you this stick real quick. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Isn't that neat? Look how pretty that stir stick is. I think I'm going to let that dry and save it, put it up somewhere. And there's the pretty drippies down the side. There we go. And we'll see how it looks when it's dry. Here in just a minute. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you liked it. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. You can always subscribe if you want to see all the videos when I post them. We will see you next time, guys. Happy pouring!